Hey everyone, welcome to Fijian Investment Trader. This is Mr. Singh. I'm going to talk about one of the interesting stock, ticker symbol HCMC. Man, this is company has given a healthier choices, I would say, but one of the growing pains and has so much potential to grow, right? I'm going to talk about fundamentals. I've been trading this stock for a while. It has been one of my long-term portfolio where I have sold it when it went high. That was a few years back and bought it at 0.001 to 0.005 times. So I'm going to talk about a little bit why I am still holding this stock, right? Um, I'm going to talk about the fundamentals of it and some technical analysis on the HCMC, the Healthier Choice Management Corporation, right? So, further ado, so this company has company has status has green, a quick breakdown. I'm going to show more on details on the liquid cash flows they have. Like they have a revenue of $16 million, right? Has a liquid cash reserve of $13 million. Additional restricted cash funds is $13 million, 2.5, and total excess of 26 on the balance sheet. Market cap is $51 million, right? Not a whole lot, but it's enough to where the stock can be into close to be $1, right? Or into an actual sense, not like 0.0001. Has three healthy choices of centers online, including vitamin store. So has a lot of potential, and is not where this company is not making money, right? So I'm going to talk, there's a financial report which came all the way back in November. I'm so much if you have seen it, so I'm not going to go over much on that, but record sales, right? 12.7 million in the third quarter. And across margin gross was 4.6 on the quarter of over 49% growth over year. And then let's talk about financial, like more depth on it, because anytime I invest in something, I always want to know if this company is substantial to make money for the long term, right? Excuse me. So, um, revenue. Let's look at it, right? 2023, right? They have gone over 119%, right? 120% in the second quarter, right? The first quarter they started with 284%, right? So there's a growth, a steady amount between 12 to 13 million dollars of total revenue, and the cash flow you're looking about $8 million, right? Um, the operating income, right? So what happened on the third quarter, right, of 2023, right? We had a tumble of 16%, was a minus of 3.9% because their operating expense were higher pretty much than when they estimated on that. So those are resulting on that. Um, and that was the operating income, right? So they have some diluted shares right here, net income, right? And diluted weighted average shares, and then diluted net income was 44.14%, right? So just roughly about 44% compared to 103%. Where I can this number is going to be very close to be, not very close. I'll take it back, but it's going to be somewhere around here where they're sitting on like on the first quarter that we had a negative of 0.03%, because if you see trim down on that liquidity on that, you can see a massive, not I won't say massive, but here's a massive run to the right. And the massive run, what I'm saying is 0.005, right? And then you can see some gaining momentum on that. But like it has a lot of potential. This stock has a lot of potential, a lot of growth on that, right? Even the walker, right? Like you can see people are not buying a whole lot, but there's people who has been holding it and impatiently selling it. You can see there's 54 thousand shares were sold in last 5 days. Like not a lot of buying, but not a lot of selling at the same time, right? um, it is nothing new about this company, right? It's formerly variable companies holding, and companies for funding may focus on healthy food, right? And it's big in the Florida market, right? Myers, Florida, where they have based most of their stores and the retail locations on that. Um, one more thing before I go. So let's talk about technical analysis, right? Yes, I can go without talking to technical analysis. So you can clearly see that where zero point 0.0, this was my some of my levels that I had, right? I'm gonna clear my chart because this is a long time I'm doing the video, and where I have time and time has bought and sold these shares, right? This is the share that I was 0.04 at one point that I loaded up shares, and even loaded up at 0.001, and now it has been sitting there, and it's over an year now. It's gonna be close to 2 years. We now can see some signs of movement. Do I see a signs of movement? Yes, but when? I can't predict future. I hope I had a crystal ball that I can tell you guys, hey folks, we can see this on this day, this time is gonna happen. Unfortunately, I can't do that, and it is more as less buying and less selling at the same time. So the dollar to shares, which the company bought it about 30 million and has kind of holded over here for some time, right? Um, kind of go back when I remember the stock where I made bought it in a couple of times, 0.12, had a messy runoff and came pull back, and it was trading between the channel, and so was sitting in between that 0.04 to 0.1. There was quite a movement during those times. Um, and then it kind of came and cooled off to all the way to 0.01. Um, I have do I'm going to be adding more shares? I'm going to see in wait right now because my average is right now at 0.001. I'm sitting right there too, so I'm not a loss or anything yet. But do I'm going to add if it goes lower? I don't see anything lower than that, because if it goes lower than that, it is going to be stop trading on OTC market, right? But there is the earnings coming up. Excuse me. And then where you might see some sort of run up, where I can see the next run up, where you can see this 0.004 is sitting right here, right? Where this is, I can see the next test, and I wouldn't be surprised people are gonna sell it right away as soon as it's gonna go, because it's been people have been holding this stock for over 2 years now. If they have bought it at 0.003, or they have held it for 0.02, you can see the time and time people have sold it and bought it right here. People have their orders to buy it over here too. So it's something that is going to test that level right away. Is it's going to be a 0.004, sorry, 0.0004 and 0.003, where they're going to see those movement on that, right? That's a quick movement, but people can get a lot of gain and walk away. I don't mind holding this stock for 5 years. If it's a long term, body for cheap. So it's something, if you guys are looking at it, not a final advisor, just sharing my thought and analysis, because I'm in the same boat too, where I have loaded most of my shares, from other trading symbols, and that was one of the things that I have in my portfolio as my long term for 5 years, right? 5 years when I'm gonna have to leave it there. I know that's a long time, but as something that you can leave and forget about it and put a notification alert, hey, the price went up. So you don't have to worry about it. But I'm going to be sharing the weekly video on that to kind of see where we at with HCMC, get any latest news, any change in patterns, where we at. But definitely, I'm going to share with you guys more of that. So keep an eye, this week to see if we kind of test it back again at 0.002 and kind of end over there. That's what I'm looking at it. Not sitting over here 0.001, but right here at 0.002, right? And see if it kind of ends there. But I'm have it's been a dead. That stock has been a massive dead. And you can see people have still bought it, right? People are buying it, still left some movements over there, but not a whole movement where I can shift it, right? So overall, I'm happy that, actually I'm not happy, but I'm saying that at the point for the long term is something to look at it. Uh, in order to invest on that. Hey, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the notification button so you can get a more update on any other stock, and especially on HCMC. I'm excited to see what the future holds on this stock though. Have a good day.